I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is the Community Preservation Committee meeting for Wednesday, May 6th, 2026, in accordance with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Public bodies otherwise governed by the OML are temporarily relieved from the requirement that meetings be held in public places, open and physically accessible to the public, so long as measures are taken to ensure public access to the body's deliberations through adequate and alternative means. This meeting will be live on Zoom. The public may participate remotely by joining Zoom meeting ID number of 846-0600-8222 or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Carly Antonellis, the Assistant Town Manager at atm@ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220, extension 100, prior to the meeting during normal business hours. All right, this looks good.
So it's just the five of us tonight?
It's just the five of us.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Got it.
Yep, doesn't look like we've got any. Yeah, 25. No one else calling in. Like I say, Kevin was going to try, so he just may arrive late. All right. Any updates with regards to the agenda? Do people like it the way that it's been written? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All right.
Yes.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Me.
Helen. Okay, all right, and because we're on Zoom, roll call. Julie,
Yes.
Jess,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Colleen?
Aye.
And the chair says aye, so approved the agenda. Next is the approval of the minutes. I didn't have any corrections. Did anybody else have any updates or anything for corrections? Jess does a great job. All right, then we're going to approve the minutes as written. Can I get a motion to approve them?
Motion to approve the minutes as written.
All right, Colleen, can I get a second?
Seconded.
All right, Julie seconds. Roll call, Julie,
Yes.
Jess,
Aye.
Barry.
I wasn't at the meeting, so I guess I have to abstain.
Okay. And Colleen? Aye, and the chair says aye. Kevin just has entered the building. Woohoo, woohoo. Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, we're moving right along, Kevin. Just thought I'd let you know.
All right.
Okay. This is Kevin's gonna be Kevin's last meeting because he didn't renew for re-election. So we're gonna have to find somebody from the Parks Commission again. Put in a good word.
Sorry,
And put in a good word for us, Kevin.
I will. Just so you know, I'm in Shirley near the prison, and there isn't that great connection. So if I don't reply and there's a vote, I don't know what you would normally do. You'd count me as abstaining, or how's that work?
Well, I tell you what, we really aren't going to be voting on anything. It's just a review and just getting some feedback. So,
Fantastic.
okay, so we are all set.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Next on the agenda is correspondence and invoices. One of the invoices, and I'm sorry, Jess, I don't have the dollar amount. But it was the public hearing announcements at the Neshoba Valley Voice. I think it came up to about approximately $511 in total to run it, the two public hearings for 2 days, for 2 separate weeks. And with that, it's already been sent to the town and the town has paid it. So that was
Approximately $511.
Yeah, 511. I'll get you
We don't need the exact.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So that was it. And correspondence, really the only thing, I do have the document in Barry, the state registry, Register of Historic Places in 2025. from the Massachusetts Historical Commissions. Is this I know that we get this book, but I think the Historic Commission gets this book as well.
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay.
That's
I-
but
yeah.
hang on, don't get rid of it yet,
Uh,
Bill. I'll double check with George.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I never get rid of anything, so.
Okay.
Okay, so I have that, it comes to, like I say, the CPC. And then the other thing is, there was a nice little gathering yesterday that the correspondent went out for, the success of becoming a housing choice community, which gives us a chance to get additional grants of being that type of a community. I think that gives us a little bump up in the C community block development grants, CBDG grants. And Colleen was there.
Yep.
And it was really nice to go ahead and do a little meet, greet, discussion, or, really wasn't a discussion, but just meet other individuals who are, involved in making the community a housing choice community. So you had Danny, you had Katie Nelville, who is our new community development manager.
Yeah, it
And
was nice. It was nice to have the chance to meet her.
yeah, it was nice. And I'll see whether or not it was cute. What they ended up doing is they had cards on the table that was, and congratulations on your new home, for new home buyers within the town of Ayer, that everybody got a chance to write something in a card. And then as someone buys a house, they were going to go ahead and, make sure that they get the card to say what you can, what are your favorite things about Ayer. You write that inside the little card. And I definitely gave kudos to the library and a couple of my cards. So Colleen, how about you? Did you have fun writing those?
I did. I gave kudos to Sandy Pond and Peroni Park.
Excellent. All right, that's great. So it was cute, and I'll see whether or not, again, I'm going to, it's probably backwards, but this was like the little duck and everything. Hold on. No, that's not going to work.
No.
Let me put that back. No.
No,
Okay. All right. That doesn't work. Okay, no problem. I'll see if the handout of the Air Supports Affordable Housing, it's a nice handout of building a strong foundation, keeping people in their homes and creating more homes, the little success stories that Katie developed. I'll make sure we get a copy of that out to the team. Again, that's my housing hack, but that was one of the correspondence that we got invited to. So, okay. All right. I'm just moving right along. People stop me if you want to stop me. Town meeting update, all 3 articles passed. I think we did a real good job. Thank you very much for everybody, showing up and for the support. I think it was very, very good. I think the whole town meeting was good. Anybody's got any feedback on it?
You had
No, I
one of
just want-
the funniest lines of the night.
Should I?
Yes.
I don't know if Barry saw it yet. Barry, did you see town meeting yet?
I haven't, no.
okay, well, that actually just makes me very proud of Barry. I would have been a little embarrassed for him if the first thing he did was watch town meeting.
No.
So thank you, Barry.
No.
But Janet's line was amazing. Janet, you have to share it.
What ended up happening is when we were talking about Sandy Pond School Association, one of the residents was concerned that it may take away from the historic value. And I emphasized, that it was going to, be inconspicuous, et cetera, et cetera. And he really wanted the students to live a life of, hot days in the summer and cold in the winter. And he goes, you really, not bringing any type of modern facilities in there or something. And I go, well, they do have working bathrooms now. Everybody just broke up.
Right.
It was so perfectly put.
It was the delivery that was exceptional as well.
It was
I
amazing.
didn't even know where it came from,
It
but
was perfect.
yeah. I did
No,
talk,
and thank you. You did a great job of presenting all of the articles.
Yes.
It's good.
thanks. I try to keep it brief. Um, yeah, and it's like, oh, but no, I think, like I say, it was pretty good. And I did talk with the gentleman afterwards, and I told him about the grant agreement as well as the historic preservation document that Robert still has in his hands.
Mm.
So, yeah, I don't know if you guys, well, we'll find out as we move along. So, again, thank you very much for everybody's help. I really do appreciate it. All right, moving along, the draft grant agreements. Again, they're drafts because what ends up happening is this goes to KP Law, our town council, and they're the ones who will rewrite this more ways than whichever. But the first one is the Affordable Housing Trust. I pretty much copied exactly what KP Law had done before. You know, for what they right, you know, for what they recommended before. And I know I have a highlighted section, so forgive me. I know that it's going to be more than 72,000 for ARAP because there's 14 families. Am I right, Colleen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The 72 was with the 12
With the 12.
families.
Yeah,
So that whatever amount we went up,
yeah. I mean,
I think it would be 12,000 more. So 84.
84. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so the, like I say, the 212, 1, 2, 2, 3. And so that would be 128 for the property purchases, because from what I understand, you still have money left over for the audit. I think there's still, but no matter what, there's the 128,000. So that makes the one 212. But I just, again, it's just more for review and seeing if anybody has any other type of concerns with regards to the grant agreements. Is there any feedback?
Can you put them up on the,
Yeah, I was going to ask the same. I can't open town
Yeah.
email on my work computer, and that's what I had all day today. So I didn't get a chance to look through them. So if you don't mind.
Nope, I don't mind. Hold on. I thought that I had them up and going, but I must have shut them down. Hold on. Thank you for being patient with me. Let me view one page. Can you guys see that better?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it goes ahead and speaks about that it's the, KP Law is saying with being CPA funds, it still goes through the select board, et cetera. So that's what all this is. And we had the proposals to us from the Housing Trust, and it's known as the project. April 27th is when the town meeting approved it. This is another one. It's Article 20. I think it was 22. I missed a number. We'll find out there. Tell me when I can move on.
I'm good.
Yeah, you can move on.
All right.
I guess I have one quick question. It says
Sure.
that, did we have enough? I can't remember the conversation. It's all going to come out of the community housing fund, or will some of it come out of undesignated?
Nope, nope, community housing.
Okay, perfect.
And I think that's about what it says here too.
Yeah, that is what it
Okay.
says. I just couldn't remember.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
So, yeah, go ahead.
so that would, I just wanted to confirm that.
Okay, and then we've got the application that we did on the public hearing on March 4th, where we agreed to bring it to town meeting. And it just states that as it's described in the application, what the work is going to be done, which again, the application says those two things, the housing trust as well as the additional funds to put inside the trust. If any funds have got to be used, no more than 10% can be used. And that would be, should you have to tap into it for the audit. Okay. It's going to be used just for community housing. Tell me if I can move on.
Fine.
People okay?
Yep.
All right. And this here, I got to change this number to 84. Whoops.
No, 84 is the rental assistance. And then did you say 128 for
Yeah.
the?
Yeah. 84, 128. All right. And really what ends up happening is the money gets put into a bucket for the trust. So the money just, it's not paid within the 30 days. It just goes inside that bucket because it's town to town account, if that makes sense. It doesn't go over there on a monthly basis or whatever, you know. It's just all lumped in. So this probably will get changed by town council now that they know a little bit more of what ends up happening. And the rest of it is just the liability, you know, if you guys do any, if the trust does anything wrong, the town's not liable. The housing trust keeps the record keeping, which is true. Something that Katie Neville's gonna, you know, have to go ahead and do. All set?
That's it.
Okay. And this is all the other legal stuff saying, you know, about successors and assignees and how the grant agreement, you know, should this fall through, the grant agreement is okay, null and void then. Return of the funds, which means if they don't use the funds, it comes back to the account that it came out of, the community housing reserves account, and got to be in compliant with the law to make sure that it's being used for community housing.
So on that one, the only money that could possibly be returned would be the 84,000 for the rental, because the other money goes into that trust fund and is just there now, right?
Right, unless the trust fund gets folded,
Okay.
which the bylaw of the trust fund has the stuff that's supposed to happen should that, you know, fold, which I don't see it folding at
Right.
all. Yeah.
Right.
All right, move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is just who controls it all. And then the chair of the select board, the chair of the housing trust, and the chair of CPC. signed it, signed, sealed, and delivered. And they took out the date. I don't know why they took out the date, but we'll find out. So that's the one for the housing trust. And like I say, what's going to end up happening is this has got to go to Robert. Robert sent it to town council, and then it will come back to us, signed, sealed, and delivered. Hopefully. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So that's that one. I'm going to stop sharing this one. And the other one is the Sandy Pond School Association. Page. Let's try this. No, that's too much. Thought I'd try, see if I can just go that way. Okay, this is the same, text in the beginning. I just noticed that I must have had a hard return. That it's between the town, CPC, and Sandy Pond. And again, same verbiage, and the money's coming out of the historical reserve because that is exactly where it can come out of. We have the money in there.
Can you just, the
Sure.
historical preservation category, right?
I think it's just called historic. It's not preservation.
Okay, the historic, so, okay,
Yeah,
because
it's
I'm
the-
just clarifying, when you say historic
Category.
reserve fund there, that gets confusing because we have the
Okay.
undesignated reserve fund.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Got it.
get rid of that word. Historical category.
Yeah.
Okay.
Janet, there's one earlier typo too, up where you had the streets.
Yeah.
If you see Sandy Pond School Association, the line right above it, there's like a all the way to the left. Thanks. I don't know what it is, but it shouldn't be there.
That's because it's right next to the P. So if I do capitalize P, I hit the whatever curly Q bracket that is. Okay, that's gone. I'll double check. I think it was Article 23, but I'll double check it. So what ends up happening is does state, with the public hearing, March 4th as well, that we agreed to move it. All right, can I move?
yeah, I think
Sure.
it was Article 25, not 23.
Okay. Thank you. Whoops. We have Article 53, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so I could say public hearing. The work should be done within the 3 years of this unless there's an extension. It's going to be covered by, CPA laws because it's historic. We've got Sandy Pond School Station giving us invoices, which Irv is very good at doing that. Mentioned CPC. Sandy Pond School Station already has the contact person in the application. And this is the restriction. And this is where Beth is concerned that this isn't detailed enough, where we want the historical commission to review the design prior to the commencement of any work. The town building inspector, the historic commission, make sure that it is following the Secretary of the Interior and the Historic Commission's guidelines, and all materials in accordance with the treatment of historic properties, and the project would be installed as inconspicuous as possible. Beth was concerned about this inconspicuous as possible. She liked it to be more detailed. I don't know how detailed we can get. Barry, did you talk about this at all over at Historic Commission?
Not yesterday. We didn't. No,
Okay, all right,
but I don't. It was my understanding that it was going to be placed on the rear of the building. So, I mean, I don't know how inconspicuous you can make that, but I'll mention that to George.
all
and
right.
To the others.
And
But
that actually, go ahead.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that should be inconspicuously with an ly,
Okay,
but
Yeah, inconspicuously as possible. Yeah, that makes more sense.
okay, all right.
I
And
would
go ahead.
I would prefer not to put too many details in a grant agreement that might interfere with necessary flexibility depending.
Mm,
Okay. And like I say, no matter what, that's why we're really can't vote on this, because it's got to go to town council, and town
Okay.
council, and on top of it, there is a preservation restriction that Robert is supposed to be taking to town council, to find out exactly. And I think I spoke with you, Barry, and George, of who's really going to hold on to it. Is it on the mass, because of it being on the mass registry, that type of question.
It's usually the local historical commission that hangs on to it.
Correct. I mean, I would imagine. And that's why, again, I still go back to, you should have received a draft, and I noticed that you didn't. So we do have a meeting. Robert is supposed to be scheduling a meeting to review it with Irv. And I mentioned it again to Robert yesterday, and he's supposed to come up with some dates. So I will keep you informed, Barry.
Okay.
Okay. So this here, like I say, get more detailed, less detailed. We'll find out what is the best way of doing it. Same thing, with the funding. We're going to get the invoices, the town's liability. Sandy Pond is doing this all on their own, but we'll keep track of it. Record keeping.
That all looks good to me. We're good.
And pretty much it's the same legal jargon.
Right. Yeah.
And again, the money goes back to the historic, should it not be used.
And here there's a good chance that half of it might not be used if they get that grant. Yeah.
Correct. Yep. All right. Any other type of feedback from anybody?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So those are the ones, and like I say, well, let me stop sharing. Okay. So that's what I'll be working on with Robert, and I will make sure that the Historic Commission is kept in the loop and find out, got to move on this. So, all right. I'm going to continue on the agenda. We've got public comment, and I don't see anybody else here, but I will make my same spiel. If you have any questions for the Community Preservation Committee, please contact Carly Antonellis, and she will get in touch with the respective party, of the CPC committee, and we'll get you an answer. We do appreciate you watching this on YouTube. All right, so that's it. Next is just committee reports. I'm gonna go ahead and let's pick on Julie.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Planning board's been having a lot of fun. We have just approved 50 Jackson. So site plan review 64 Littleton Road, which are 3 units. Each have their own ADU attached. We also have started the Ayer Family Pharmacy property with a second parking lot because they're so awesome, as I like to point out. They're popular and they need more parking. So they have a
Which place was that?
Ayer Family Pharmacy
Oh, yeah.
on Park Street. And they've got a great solution, it seems, for that. So we're working on that site plan review, and the senior center just came before us. So we're just working on a few things. And after right now we have 2 board members that are off or ending their terms, and we're hopefully getting 2 new ones as we all vote next week. So
That's right. May
Thank you.
12th, make sure you vote. I know that I have worked side by side with Dave Seaborg, and he is on the Disabilities Commission. So that would be a great add to the planning board. And the other write-in candidate is Mr. Cush. I forgot, Peter is his first name. He is a write-in, and he comes from a household of individuals who have been volunteering in their towns, one on the planning board as well, and he is involved in a lot of housing because he wanted to be on the housing authority.
How do you
So
spell his last name?
Kush.
Okay.
Got a sign on West Main Street, but it
Yeah.
doesn't say write-in. So,
Thank you, by the way, for explaining who he was, because I didn't know who he was. And now that you've explained, thank you. That's going to make a difference.
It really will, because I think the two of them being on the planning board is going to be a good addition. We'll see, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say stuff like that.
I know I didn't know if we were allowed to either, but you already did, so I'll blame you. But
Blame
Kevin, you're gonna
me.
get a text from me on all of that anyway, and they are both fantastic. And anybody who's open to serving in our elected official capacity is fabulous. But also important to recreation. As far as I know, Peter is also an umpire for baseball and very active this season. So maybe we can get him in Parks and Rec stuff soon too.
That's great. All right. Okay. So I think that works out good. Again, May 12th, make sure you vote. This is the place that you can make a difference by one vote. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Colleen.
Anything to report? We have not met since Katie took over. I talked to her at the event yesterday. I think we'll probably have our meeting later this month. So hopefully by the June meeting, I'll have something to report.
Excellent.
But I know from her that she's taken over the reins of the rental assistance program and seemed to be a smooth transition.
All right. That's great. Good to hear. Thank you. Barry, I know Historic met yesterday.
Yeah, nothing really to report because we haven't, we're just talking about some things, the canon for one, and we haven't heard back from Daedalus. I sent them some pictures, and then I also shifted my responsibility for that to George, and George is going to take that over. So
Okay.
so
And the
hopefully, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the cannon is because it's sinking into the ground or something.
The wheels are rusty. It's on some cement, some concrete platforms that have sunk. So that means that the bottom of the wheels have sunk, and then we're concerned about that rusting. But hopefully, Daedalus is the name of the company in Watertown. They can give us some good input. So
Okay.
and they will probably. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Could you just mention where that cannon is?
It's at the Woodlawn on the west, the old section. Actually, it's just as you go past the Woodlawn Cemetery. It's right on the right-hand side behind that little brick building.
Okay.
And consequently, where that howitzer is, are some Civil War soldiers that are buried there. And that's in addition to the other veteran cemetery that's there. And not up by the flagpole.
Nice. Didn't realize that there were Civil War soldiers there.
Yes. Yeah. Believe there's 5.
I gotta walk that.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Barry.
Yep.
Kevin, from what I understand, Sarah has left her position.
Oh yeah. So she put in, just as a quick review, she put in her resignation 2 weeks ago. No, yeah, 2 weeks ago, and her last day was May the 1st, I believe.
I think so.
So there's some new updates as of today. Jerry Amenta has put in for a resignation of as being a Parks Commissioner. He only really has a week left anyway, and has taken on the role of interim Parks Director.
Could you spell his name, please?
Jerry, Gerry, and then Amenta. So Jerry.
Well, and guess what?
He knows how to work all the equipment, and he knows all the. Excuse my son, who's making a lot of noise in the background. Apologize. And he knows how to do the job, and so we look forward to him, taking part and doing the things that Jeff had done in the past. Jeff, last name? Yes.
Thomas.
Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, Jeff Thomas had helped approve Jerry to be in that position. So he gets Jeff's star approval.
Right, that's great. And how many openings are there on the Parks and Rec board?
So as of now, there are 2. There's one open and then mine. And there are only 2 people running. Greg Cotter and another gentleman, I always forget his name. But they are running unopposed. So, and I know both of them, and they are both dedicated to sports and helping the community and the children, of course. So I don't have any problems there.
Right. Excellent. I don't know if you're going to be having another meeting, but just make sure that they do know that we need somebody from Parks and Rec on PPC.
Yeah, I was going to actually forward your email that you sent yesterday to Jerry and Sarah. So Sarah Gibbons is still the chairperson for on the board. So I'll just let them know as my last. Well, actually, no. I don't know if it's going to be my last. I don't know what's going to happen next week. As it were, I'm going to send her an email with that information and tell her, we need another person sitting in here.
Excellent. Thank you. Kevin, we'll miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you. I actually enjoyed sitting on this board. I learned a lot. So I appreciate it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you as well. And like I say, give us, good thumbs up to the rest of the individuals.
5 stars.
You got
No
thanks
notes.
like that. All right, Jess.
Nothing earth-shatteringly new from conservation. We closed out a New England Power Company order of conditions that got approved. We're still waiting for hearing from Mass Wildlife to approve a project on Orion Park Drive to extend that. Ken Diskin from the Planning Board and the Senior Center Committee came to talk to us about things we might be seeing in the future related to the Senior Center and conservation restriction there. But otherwise we did a lot, but nothing earth-shattering, just business as usual.
All right, that's good to hear. And from what I understand, though, I gather Heather is thinking of coming up with some sort of tree bylaw or something. Has
Yeah,
she
we are
spoken about that?
reviewing, updating our regulations, and Heather also really wants to do a bylaw to help us protect more trees, which I think is a great idea because trees are one of the lungs of the planet. They
It
give
is.
us oxygen.
That's true. That is true. All right, that'd be great. If you need help, supporting anything, please let us know.
I will.
All right. For housing, the Housing Authority, pretty much they have started some of getting the quotes in for the work that's being done at 18 Pond Street for, again, the parking lot as well as the sidewalks. With that, that's why they wanted to make sure everything was squared away for the generator that is going to be placed for buildings B and C. And with that, then the other hat is the Affordable Housing Committee. I think I let everybody know, but just a reminder, we are going to be holding a housing forum on September 29th, approximately 6 o'clock at night in the Great Hall at Town Hall. I'm going to be going to the different committees to find out I've had sort of like the agenda of what we're going to be covering, things like inclusionary housing, the open space and residential development, as well as ADUs, as well as asking DPW to talk about our mandatory water ban that is by state, not by the community. So with that, these are things that I think needs to be brought up of what's going on with housing, plus also to some of our successes on affordable housing projects that we do have. So I'll be going to, like I said, every one of the committees to let them know about September 29th, as well as getting some feedback of what may be a good topic to cover. There'll be little activity beforehand. We probably won't do the welcome to our community cards, but we'll have something of interaction so that people can either see some of the new successes that we have and make people more aware of what really has been occurring. So that's it for housing. Did I catch everybody? Barry, yeah, I got everybody. So yeah. So other than that, right now, I don't know what we have on the agenda for June, but if we don't have anything on the agenda, we might not have a meeting in June. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that and see what happens. And if there's nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All right, Barry. Barry, it's so great seeing you. I tell you, it was great seeing you yesterday and
Oh, it's
everything.
good seeing all of you. So,
All right.
and good luck to you there, Kevin.
Thanks, Barry. I appreciate that.
All right.
And we do have to have a second and a vote.
Seconded.
Yeah, well, Julie seconds it. Then all in favor, aye.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
Aye.
everybody, thank you so much for all your help.
All
okay,
right. Good night,
thanks.
Bye,
everybody. Good
everybody.
seeing you
Good
all.
night.
Bye-bye.